I know that you have wondered why some people seem to attract wealth like a magnet, while others struggle their entire lives no matter how hard they work. The truth is, money is not just about hard labor or luck. Behind the scenes, there are spiritual laws at work, ancient principles that govern abundance. And here's the shocking part. Millionaires, whether knowingly or not, often live by these spiritual secrets, while the majority stay in the dark. Today, I'm going to reveal 8 spiritual secrets millionaires don't want you to know. These truths are powerful, timeless, and once you apply them, you'll begin to see wealth and opportunities flow into your life in ways you never thought possible. But before we dive in, let me warn you, this is not your typical work harder, save more advice. What I'm about to share goes deeper than bank accounts. It's about aligning yourself with the spiritual laws of prosperity that the wealthy guard closely. The first secret is the law of vision. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Millionaires do not live day to day without clarity. They understand that the mind creates before the hands can build. Spiritually, vision is like a blueprint. God himself created the world by first declaring, "Let there be light." Wealthy people spend time visualizing and writing down their goals, almost like prophecy. They see abundance in their spirit before they see it in reality. The average person, on the other hand, prays for money but never defines what they want or why. That's why nothing changes. The first spiritual secret is this: wealth begins as vision before it becomes reality. The second secret is the power of words. Proverbs 18:21 tells us, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." Millionaires know how to use words as creative tools. They speak abundance, declare success, and constantly affirm growth. Many people unknowingly curse themselves by saying, "I'm broke. Money never stays with me. I can't afford this." Every word becomes a seed. And eventually, those seeds grow into financial struggle. Millionaires, however, protect their language. They confess wealth, they declare possibility, and spiritually, they are sowing into their future with every word. Remember, your tongue is your pen and your life is the paper. The third spiritual secret is the principle of giving and sowing. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you." Here's what most people don't realize. Millionaires give far more than the average person. Some do it openly through philanthropy. Others do it quietly through mentorship, charity, or tithes. Giving is not loss, it is seed. Spiritually, giving activates the law of reciprocity. Those who withhold remain in scarcity because their hands are closed, but those who release create room for more. Millionaires know that sowing into people, into causes, into opportunities multiplies their harvest. The poor man says, "When I have more, I'll give." The wealthy man says, "I give because I want more to come." That's the difference. The fourth secret is alignment with purpose. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." True wealth flows when you are walking in your God-given assignment. Millionaires often operate in alignment with their gifts and purpose, whether consciously or unconsciously. They have discovered that passion tied to purpose attracts resources. When you live outside of purpose, money becomes a constant chase. But when you align with your calling, money begins to chase you. Spiritually, purpose is like a magnet for provision. When God sends you on a mission, He funds the vision. The fifth spiritual secret is the law of environment. Millionaires are extremely intentional about who they surround themselves with. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Spiritually, your environment is prophetic. It shapes your future. If you stay around people who complain about lack, gossip about success, and live in fear, you'll absorb that energy. Millionaires guard their circles. They align with mentors, peers, and environments that fuel abundance. Spiritually, they understand that iron sharpens iron. The average person ignores this and wonders why. Nothing changes. Change your circle and you change your atmosphere. The sixth secret is the discipline of focus. James 1:8 warns, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." Millionaires don't chase everything. They understand the spiritual law of focus, that what you consistently magnify multiplies. The average person jumps from idea to idea, prayer to prayer, job to job, and never stays long enough to see the harvest. But the wealthy stay focused. They invest time, energy, and prayer into one thing until it grows. Spiritually, focus is agreement with heaven. It says, "I trust this seed, and I will water it until it bears fruit." Millionaires harness that law, and that's why their results compound. The seventh secret is Gratitude as a multiplier. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "In everything give thanks." Gratitude is not just politeness, it is a spiritual magnet for increase. Millionaires understand the law of gratitude. They thank God, they thank people, they constantly acknowledge blessings. Spiritually, gratitude turns little into much. The feeding of the 5,000 began when Jesus gave thanks for the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Gratitude opens the heavens for multiplication. Those who complain remain stuck. Those who give thanks experience overflow. And the 8th secret is faith-backed action. James 2:26 says, "Faith without works is dead." Millionaires don't just pray and sit. They pray, they believe, and then they move. Faith is not passive, it is active. Spiritually, faith opens doors, but action walks through them. Many people pray for opportunities but never apply for the job, never launch the business, never take the risk. Millionaires combine faith with bold action. They understand that movement invites momentum, and momentum creates miracles. Now let's pause. Which of these secrets do you see at work in your own life? Vision, words, giving, purpose, environment, focus, gratitude, and faith. These 8 are spiritual laws, not man-made ideas. And here's the key. They work for anyone who applies them. The wealthy may not tell you this, but it's not just strategy that sustains their abundance. It's alignment with spiritual principles. Imagine if today you started shifting your words, sowing with intention, surrounding yourself with the right people, and moving in gratitude daily. Imagine if you wrote down your vision with clarity and took bold, faith-backed action toward it. How different would your life look in a year? This is why millionaires guard these secrets closely. Not because they are mystical, but because they work. And once you unlock them, you are no longer begging for money. You are attracting it through alignment with spiritual law. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen to this and nod your head. Pick one secret today and practice it. Declare abundance with your words. Forgive someone blocking your blessing. Write down your vision. Give generously. Whatever you do, begin aligning yourself with the same principles the wealthy live by. And you will begin to see wealth flow in ways you never imagined. Remember, poverty is not your destiny. Scarcity is not your portion. Abundance is your birthright, because the God you serve is a God of overflow. So I'll leave you with this. What you align with, you attract. Align with these spiritual secrets and watch heaven open doors no one can shut.